An old single mother finds herself in an unexpected romance with 24-year-old Hayes Campbell, the lead singer of the world-famous boy band August Moon. Celine, a 39-year-old divorced woman, is raising her 16-year-old daughter and owns a small gallery where she sells art. Today, Celine plans to go hiking to unwind, but first, she needs to drop Izzy off at her father's place. Izzy's friends come over to join her for a concert. In the car, they blast a song from their favorite boy band and sing along loudly. Even though Celine feels too old for such music, she knows all the lyrics because her daughter is a huge fan. After dropping the teens off with her ex-husband and wishing them a great time, Celine heads home to pack for her mountain trip, but she runs out of time. Her ex-husband returns with the kids and informs her that he can't take them to the concert due to work. He asks Celine to step in, and she reluctantly agrees to avoid disappointing her daughter. At the rock festival, Celine sends the kids off to enjoy themselves while she waits outside. Not really interested in the event, she decides to catch up on work on her phone, but soon needs to find a restroom. Unable to locate one, she mistakenly thinks the trailer's the bathroom.
Do you mind?
Hayes, thinking she's just another fan, is surprised by her presence. He sits on the sofa, waiting. Hayes tells her this is his trailer, and Celine feels embarrassed. She attempts to leave, but Hayes stops her.
Hey, if you wanted to, do you want a drink?
Celine explains that she came with her daughter, who was supposed to be dropped off by her father. Hayes questions why she referred to him as her father instead of her husband.
He was my husband, but now he's just her father.
And offers her a drink, but their conversation is interrupted. The makeup artist steps into the trailer to help Hayes get ready for the concert. They cross paths again during the autograph session, and Izzy, along with her friends, discover that Celine knows Hayes. As the boy band kicks off their performance, Hayes suddenly halts the song and invites other members to join him in singing a special dedication to his new friend. Celine is genuinely impressed by the gesture. Over the weekend, Celine's friend throws a party to celebrate her 40th birthday. Several guys try to hit on Celine, but she turns them all down. The next day, she heads to work. Out of the blue, Hayes shows up at the gallery.
I don't know if you remember me, but we met in Coachella.
Yes, I remember you.
Expressing his interest in buying some paintings. He ends up purchasing everything on display. Celine tells him that the artworks were created by passionate artists who poured their hearts into them. She's not thrilled about him treating it like a market hall, but Hayes insists she just hasn't seen him shop that way before. He asks to check out more pieces, and Celine suggests they head to the warehouse. At the warehouse, Celine presents him with various paintings. Hayes admits he doesn't find some of them appealing. Celine appreciates his honesty. She then reveals her favorite piece, explaining that a friend of hers painted it and she's not keen on selling or exhibiting it. Curious, Celine asks Hayes how he joined the band. He shares that he auditioned at 15 and they were drawn to his height and looks. Hayes proposes they grab lunch together, but Celine hesitates. He tells her he likes that she views him as just a regular guy and that he finds her intriguing and intelligent.
No, you're also you're hot or whatever.
He expresses a desire to get to know her better, and Celine is charmed by his sincerity. As they leave, they bump into some fans. Celine offers to go to her house for something to eat. Celine begins to prepare a sandwich while trying to learn more about Hayes. He shares that his father was never around and only returned when Hayes gained fame. Hayes then asks Celine about her divorce. It's difficult for her to discuss, but she feels she can trust Hayes. Her husband had an affair and lied to her for a year. When she discovered the truth, she considered forgiving him for their daughter's sake. Celine steps away to make a phone call. In the meantime, Hayes plays a beautiful tune on the piano. Celine approaches him and he kisses her. She wants to respond but hesitates. She worries about their age difference, since Hayes is only 24. She walks him to the door, and he quietly leaves his watch on the nightstand, expressing hope to see her again soon. A few days later, Celine takes her daughter to summer camp. That evening, Hayes texts her, inviting her to join him on a tour in New York. Celine decides to take a leap of faith. She flies to New York and spends a fun night with Hayes, sharing intimate moments. Hayes plays a new song on his guitar and reveals his desire to create more mature music. He fears that in a few years, he might be remembered as a joke. The next morning, Hayes mentions a trip to another country and invites Celine to come along. Although she has doubts, she agrees to take a break. Hayes performs concerts worldwide, and Celine travels with him. In Paris, Hayes kisses Celine at a restaurant, and a paparazzi captures the moment. Celine feels youthful and joyful with Hayes. Despite their age gap, they enjoy their time together and find happiness. One day, everything took a turn. Hayes' friends started calling Celine old, thinking he was just playing around with her and would eventually move on. They even mentioned how he had a 30-year-old woman and dedicated a song to her at a concert. Celine didn't like what she heard, so she packed her bags and left. Hayes rushed to stop her, insisting that he genuinely enjoys being with her. But Celine couldn't see it that way. She felt embarrassed about their age gap. She returned the watch he gave her and headed home. A few days later, pictures of Celine and Hayes popped up online. Suddenly, Celine was a celebrity, adored by single women, but disliked by Hayes' fans. She went to the camp to pick up her daughter. When Izzy saw her mom, she was furious. She said she didn't mind Celine dating a younger singer, but she was hurt that her mom had kept it a secret. Celine apologized, promising to be honest from now on. Izzy forgave her and told her not to break things off with Hayes. If they were happy together, she should fight for that happiness. Celine went straight to Hayes' recording studio. She apologized, admitting she was just scared, and confessed to lying. She felt the same way he did. Hayes said he needed some time to think about everything, to figure out their next steps. When Hayes and Celine got home, they warned their daughters and friends that the paparazzi would be all over them, and there would be a lot of negative news online. Izzy didn't see that as a big deal. They should all just quit the internet. At first, things were great, but only for Celine and Hayes. At school, Izzy faces constant bullying. Even the boy she likes mentioned wanting to meet her mother when he turns 18. Izzy can't take it anymore and decides to live with her father. Hayes is heading to New York for a few days. Celine checks online to see what people are saying about her. Hayes' fans dislike her. She realizes how many people she has let down. She understands that her daughter is her top priority. At the airport, she tells Hayes that Izzy can't continue living like this and they need to part ways. Hayes isn't ready to let go. He offers to leave the group for her, but Celine believes that would only make things worse. Hayes walks away. The next day, he visits Celine's home, and they share their last night together. They confess their love for each other. Hayes promises to return in 5 years, hoping that if she hasn't moved on, they can be together again. 5 years later, Izzy has moved to a new city and lives in a hostel. Celine still hasn't found the right man. One evening, she turns on the TV and sees Hayes performing a new song that is different from his previous work. Celine feels happy that he has found his passion. During a TV interview, he announces plans to take a break from work and head to Los Angeles. The next day, Celine visits her gallery and runs into Hayes. They exchange glances and realize that nothing can stop their happiness now.